Hello folks, this is Ed Talks. Today we're going to be talking about the Sony ZV-1 and the mod to convert it to a slightly more wide angle camera. In front of us we have the ZV-1 camera here. The ZV-1 has a range of 24mm to 70mm at f1.8 to f2.8. It also has autofocus. It also has zoom. It also has product showcase, which is probably one of the best things about this camera. I enjoy product showcase. If you look at my last few videos, that's how I shoot them, using product showcase. Gives you a great bokeh effect. That's just a quick rundown of the camera. As you can see it here. So you can see it says ZV1. Just have to get it in focus here. Just a moment. There we go. And then we have the wide angle lens. And this wide angle lens is made by ZOMEI. And it is a pro manual converter, autofocus, digital wide converter. And at 0.45 times 52mm, that's going to make it roughly about 16. It's just glass. It doesn't do anything else. It just gives you the, wide angle that you need. Now, this is a mod, and two things you'll have to buy is this, and this is separate. And what this does is basically it's a metal ring that is on the camera. So we're going to open the camera. So we open the camera, it's going to cut on, and then you can see that there is this metal ring that normally shouldn't be there. Get the dust out of there for a second. Alrighty. And what this does is basically you're going to screw the lens on here. So first thing you're going to do is, I might want to fold this down. Yeah, that's a good idea. And you see, of course, it shuts right off. Now, the reason why you actually want to depress your lens is, even though the metal ring is on here, this metal ring is not really that heavy. But with this lens, it's going to make it very heavy. And what you do is just screw it on here. Kind of like screwing in a light bulb. Nice and snug, but not too snug. And again, I tell you, it's just dust everywhere. But now, as you can see, you have this big, oogly looking lens on it. It does make your ZV-1 look weird. Now, this mod is actually for the RX100 series cameras, which this is basically an RX100 with a little extra features. The grip here, and I'm telling you, that grip, as small as it is, it's a bonus on this camera because the RX100 doesn't have it. And also, of course, up here is where your mic is. But normally I use a Rode mic, a little, mic adapter. And so now when we open it up, it does that. Now we do have to send out a message to everyone. This is a mod that you do at your own risk. This is not sanctioned by Sony. This is not sanctioned by anyone affiliated with Sony. This is just something to give you a little more wider depth of field than 24mm. And, well, it does the job, but not 100%. There's going to be some distortion at the corners. It's going to give you a slight kind of like bowl effect, slightly, but you'll see it back when you go to play back the video. Also, like I said, it creates weight. So zooming in and out is probably not going to be a good idea. But if you want to see how this works in action, we're going to do two more videos. One, shooting some objects without the without the conversion to 16, and then we're going to put on the lens and show you the difference. It's not going to be much, I'm going to tell you that, but when you're blogging or vlogging or whatever you want to call it, you're going to get a little wider depth of field. And so through the power of YouTube magic, we're going to go away, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to shoot now with the ZV-1. All right, so we're back, and I'm now using my ZV-1. Everything's set up and ready to go. And what we're doing right now is showing you how the lens adapter works and what it does to give you that wider field of view. So I zoomed in close just a bit because this is probably going to be the best way to see what's going to happen next. So to the left, I have my kit lens in the middle, my A6400 in the middle, a bottle of Pantheon Florida water from a friend of mine who sells these products and services online at Etsy. And then in the other corner is my 35 millimeter 1.8 lens that I use. I don't have the Sigma on me. I lent it to a friend. But I'm just using this as an example because I want you to see at this field of view, if you notice, you kind of see that the two lenses in the corner are sort of cropped out, and then in the middle you can see the camera and the bottle of Florida water. Links will be in the description for everything that I have. Well, everything that I have here, mainly for the lens adapter and for my friend's store. Now, I want you to pay attention. Before I even put the lens on, I'm just going to put it in front of the camera lens of the ZV-1. Now, if you notice, I haven't even screwed it on yet, and you can already see that you can see the corners where you couldn't see them before. Now, if I take it off, again, everything's close up. Now, what that does is if you're vlogging and, you want to have a little more wider field of view, then you would use this adapter. Now, again, I want to reiterate, this is not meant to be used all the time. Reason, this creates extra weight at the end of your camera lens. And this lens is not a very big lens. And if you zoom in and out with this heavy piece of glass on here, it's not heavy, but to the camera lens, it's heavy. Believe me, it's not a cheap lens adapter. It's very heavy. This glass is nice, and this is quality. So you're creating weight. That weight can damage your motor over time, could void your warranty. And, like I said, a lot of people say, well, I saw it on a video. Hey, listen, you saw it on a video as an option. This is not something you should do every day with this camera. This is equipment that you need to take care of. This is just something to do when you're just using it in a fixed position. Like, you're not going to be zooming in and out. You're just going to use it and take it off when you start to zoom in and out. So what we're going to do next is screw on the lens. Be just one moment here. And I want to be delicate with this because of the fact that, this lens, you really could break your lens. And you don't want to do that. So you want to just carefully screw it until it tightens. And it will tighten. Believe me, it will. It will. So, a few more turns, and it's on. And the reason why I say that, you want to take your time. Because normally, I can't see what I'm doing, and I don't have full hands-on when I have this on the tripod. So, eventually, you don't want to turn on your camera with this heavy lens on. I don't even care if you do it like once or twice. I've done it, and it scares me. But as you can see, you already have a wide field of view, and I have not moved the tripod back or anything like that. And you can see the corners pretty clearly. Let me just kind of turn it. And again, you can see it. Now, we want to test the product placement really quick with the wide adapter lens on. Let's start with the Florida water. Still does a good job. Let's try to come out of the corners a bit. It does get softer when you go over to the corners, but you can see it there. And these are natural ingredients. This is handmade and handcrafted, and you should be able to read the text there. So that's a perfect example. So we're seeing text when we're using the product placement. It takes a slight bit away from the clarity, but it still works. It's get something a little bigger here. Again, still focus is pretty good, but you can see now it's not gonna be nice as and clear. You can see it right around the edges where the A is, how it's kind of, have a slight bowl effect to it. But again, it's for the purpose of, vlogging, because a lot of people are saying, well, I don't have a wider field of view. Let's be honest, it's a 1-inch lens, 1-inch sensor. I mean, you can only do with so much. So believe me, all of their cameras in this line with this body style is 24 millimeters at the lowest. Some go as far as 70, some go as far as 200 on the RX 100 series, but this is basically a Mach 5 with a few extra features and a different type of flip out screen. So keep that in mind when you buy this camera. But if you're looking to do this mod, like I said, links will be in the description. It's not going to really cost you that much, and you just really need to be careful with it. So that's it. That's all I have. So basically that's what it does. There's nothing else special about it. This is to give you that wider field of view. And even if you back up, you still have a nice wider field of view. It does, like I said, doesn't really translate well when filming video, but if you're vlogging like outside, it might give you a nice little effect. So that's it. And I just want to thank everybody for watching. And again, my name is Ed Talks, and I'll be bringing you more videos. So please like, subscribe, and share, and have a great and wonderful night, evening, or day.